Hello and welcome to this new Starfield video, and today we're gonna talk about the latest information and news around Starfield. I dug up some really cool stuff for you. So we're talking about the Gamescom and which official content we can expect from there, because there will be, for example, a live stream I think not many of you really have on their radar. Then we will talk about some impressions of players that already have access to the game and a really heartfelt comment on Starfield from Inon Zur, the composer of the soundtrack. And in the end we will talk about official PC hardware requirements, and then we will take a look at some of your top comments on my latest video, so be sure to stick around for that till the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and support the channel, and if you want to stay up to date on all things Starfield, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell notification to never miss a video. But now let's jump right into the content. First of all, I want to talk about how well Starfield is doing in terms of sales, actual game sales, because many are worried that it won't do very good because of Xbox Game Pass. As you know, people can just opt into buying Game Pass for 1 month, but while you might think it will hurt those sales numbers, it actually doesn't really, because on Steam's global top seller chart, Starfield is already sitting on number 3, and that is even with the Xbox Game Pass, so it doesn't seem like Microsoft's subscription model hurting sales that much, or sales are just going through the roof anyways. So that right there is a pretty good indicator on how good Starfield is doing in terms of pre-orders. I think it's looking really good. Next up, we've got to talk about Gamescom, because I think there will be new Starfield content during Gamescom. I suspect a new trailer, maybe some gameplay for Starfield, or even the launch trailer right at the end of Gamescom on Sunday. But not only that, we also have confirmation of the Starfield truck, and I suspect the close previews of Starfield happening right there in this truck. But not only that, there's some more cool information about new content on Starfield during Gamescom, because Bethesda Germany has posted their stream plan for Gamescom, and I think you should definitely mark this stream here in your calendars. This will happen on Thursday, 24th of August at 9:30 AM Pacific time. They are talking with Pete Hines, who is head of publishing at Bethesda, about everything we know about Starfield. I think this will be pretty interesting if you don't want to miss any content on Starfield. In the recent days, we already had some pretty good impressions from people who are already playing the game with a review code, and there are even more. So check out this post here from Mr. Mediplays. He says, "Alright everyone, deep breath. I have the goods. My impressions of Starfield will go live on Thursday, August 31st at 12 PM Eastern Time." This of course was on August 17th, so confirmation right there that he got a review code, and 2 days later he posted this image. So I think it's going pretty good, and let's go ahead and check out another post from Jackson or JV on YouTube. "I was too busy playing Starfield to notice the start screen drama." And then he goes on and says, "Nobody's going to give a poop about the start screen after playing this game." And I think this is a pretty good indicator on how good Starfield actually is going to be. But people should be really careful with what they're sharing on social media, because one reviewer, Tyler McVicker, already got his Starfield access revoked after he was posting some information and impressions on his Discord. Tyler McVicker got his Starfield access revoked. It seems it no longer appears under recently played games on his Steam profile. So be sure that you don't break any NDAs if you got a key, and don't share your impressions just now, because they will take away your early access, and rightfully so. There are NDAs for a reason. And just to close off with the starting menu drama that has made a big splash on the internet, I want to go over 2 more posts. One is of Grums. He was an actual developer on Diablo 2 and had his own studio a while back, and he posted the physiognomy of start screens. The start screen of a game can reveal a lot about how rushed the team was and how much pride they took in their work. Starfield's start screen either shows hasty shipping deadlines by a passionate team overworked or a team that didn't care. And it even made Pete Hines comment on that, so that's what he had to say about this. Or they designed what they wanted, and that's been our menu for years and was one of the first things we settled on. Having an opinion is one thing, questioning out a developer's care because you would have done it different is highly unprofessional, coming from another dev. This whole start menu drama definitely spiraled out of control, and I think Pete Hines' comment brings it to a pretty good close. Next, I want to talk about a post I dug up from Ham Jam over on Reddit I can relate to very much. He says, "I'm 32 and all I can think about is this game. This is embarrassing. I haven't been this excited for a game since I was like 12, waiting for Halo 2 and my first online multiplayer experience. I remember they did a fantastic job marketing that game, at least to a 12-year-old, so much content pre-launch." Added, "I'm not really embarrassed, I'm just amused how excited I am because it's been a while, 20 years, since I felt this anticipation about a game. I agree with all of you that age should not matter in gaming. I know that it is more and more acceptable to game further into adulthood, but I did not grow up in a household where it was thought of as a good use of time, so occasionally those feelings come back. But really, I'm just excited and ready to set my phaser to kill." And like I said, I can really relate to this feeling. But there's another post that really fits the first one pretty good, and this is, if pain was an image, it would be exactly this one, and I found it pretty funny, so I wanted to share it with you guys. I don't know how many times I already tried to start the game early, but it just wouldn't work. Next up, I want to talk about a clip from Inon Zur, the composer of the official Starfield soundtrack, because he posted a really heartfelt video. Check this out right here.
Starfield is a huge game. Starfield is a deep game. It's a philosophical game. It's a game that will consume a lot of, if you want to play Starfield, it'll consume a lot of your being. But I believe that after Starfield, you will be a bit of I wouldn't say like changed person, but it will definitely give you a another perspective, maybe deeper perspective to your whole being.
And I have to say, I really like the video because you can see that everything he's saying, he's also feeling it really deeply. So this video just got me even more excited about what Starfield will be and how it will impact us with the stories that it's telling and trying to immerse us into the game. I'm really just excited about it. And now we have to talk about the official Starfield PC system requirements. As you may know, there are only the requirements on Steam that show a minimum and recommended setting, but nothing about any kind of resolution or frame rates. And the closest thing I found in regards to quality is over on the official AMD website, because they have a Starfield co-op where you can buy some AMD hardware and you get a free copy of Starfield on top of that. Here are some recommended settings. So first up, we've got the legendary experience 4K for the no compromise 4K gamers who want the absolute best Starfield experience. The featured CPU would be the AMD Ryzen 7800X 3D, and the Intel equivalent would be the Core i7 13700K, and the featured GPU is the AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT, which is equivalent to Nvidia's RTX 4080. So that's the hardware you'll need to get the legendary experience. Now let's check out the epic experience. This is ideal for hardcore 1440p or widescreen gamers to deliver max visual settings and high FPS. CPU wise, you'll need the Ryzen 7 7700X, which is equivalent to the Intel Core i7 12700K. And the featured GPU is here the AMD Radeon RX 6800 series, and this is equivalent to the GeForce RTX 3080. So if you've got similar hardware, you're good to go on 1440p with max settings. And then we've got the heroic experience 1080p, the perfect entry specs for 1080p gamers to experience great visuals and frame rates. The featured CPU is the Ryzen 5 7600, which is equivalent to the Intel Core i5 13600. And the featured GPU is the AMD Radeon RX 7600, which is equivalent to the RTX 4060. So that is your entry-level hardware. I hope this helps some of you to get a good understanding if their PC is powerful enough to play Starfield with the desired settings. And now it's time to talk about your top comments on my latest video. We're talking about this one right here. There is even more Starfield drama, all the news and information. If you haven't seen it, go check it out now. Let's talk about this comment right here from I'm Hester. The ship I'm excited for, the first one. Can't wait to start my journey. And I couldn't agree more. Definitely the first one will be a very memorable one. And this one right here from Zerche is also really true. If your game sparks discussion just from an image of your start screen, then you won the marketing game. That right there is just free marketing for Bethesda and Starfield without spending a single dime. And now let's check out this comment right here from Matthew. Any PlayStation fanboy starts talking mess, just say something about Forspoken, they won't be for speaking anymore. And that's a pretty hilarious comment, but this one I found really good too. I'm a PlayStation fanboy with a PC, I'll play Starfield and Spider-Man 2, but Gabriel sums it up, then you're not a real fanboy. Sony fanboys hate anything that isn't PlayStation. You, sir, are a gamer, accept it and embrace it. And many of you seem to agree, so that's the closing comment right there. Thank you all for your comments and all the support recently on my videos. I don't take it for granted and I really appreciate it, so I just wanted to say thanks for all the love and support. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to support the channel further, and I wish you all an awesome day and I'll catch you in the next one.